Nichola, you've played in a number of Six Nations before. How exciting a time is it coming into the new campaign?
I think every Six Nations is special because you're getting an opportunity to represent your country again. I suppose this one feels more special because we're back to that normal format of 5 matches, and that's great. And it's kind of nice after that whole the whole COVID period to be kind of getting some normality back into the tournament again. And it's really exciting, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and this is the first time that the men and women's competition has been separate. So good for the women's game, especially if you're a young woman wanting to be in Ireland International, to get to see these games in free to air, and it's great for you guys to go and express yourself in front of them.
100%. Like last year, it was in that separate window as well, and all you had to do was the day after the Six Nations matches was go onto the media outlets, and it was all women's rugby. There was no kind of crossover, and I think that exposure, it's great, and it's great for young girls and young boys as well to be seeing women's sport at the forefront, after each match.
It's been an interesting time for Ireland, to say the least. But if we move on, and new coach Greg McWilliams, I suppose it'll be great firstly for you to work with Greg, but for him to get his message across to Ireland. An exciting time for Irish women's rugby.
100%. Greg's come in with this real kind of infectious attitude that has spread across the squad, and everyone's just so excited and so loving being within the squad and training together again. So I think with Greg, it's going to be a positive few years, and we're really excited to see what it will bring.
Are you conscious that more eyes will be on you, with all the rigmaroles in RFU, which has been sorted, but everyone will be watching Ireland first up against Wales? Do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, I think every opportunity we get to be front and centre is a good opportunity, because it's a sport that's growing each day, and to be able to go out there and express ourselves and show what we can do as a team, any opportunity, it's great to do that.
And 38 women's squad, 9 uncapped, great for them. As one of the senior members of the squad, how much responsibility do you have, I suppose, putting your arm around a new capper? Because I presume it can be a daunting time. That was you at one stage.
Yeah, I know. I kind of a bit upset to think of myself as a senior member now. But look, all 9 of those girls merit their place in the squad. They've shown over the last few months at club level how exciting and how skilled they are as rugby players, and when they come into the squad, because they're so skilled and they're such good players, it's almost a seamless transition, and it's just about kind of reminding them about that, and that they merit their place in this squad. And it's just about, I suppose, teaching them the ways of the squad. But they've all settled in great, and I'm really excited for some of them to get onto the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. And knowing Greg before, he's worked with Ireland before, he likes to keep the tempo high and play rugby, keep ball alive, as they say. Is that, in the first couple of months working with him, is that something which you expect to see, or you girls expect to play in this campaign?
Yeah, ball alive is a big focus of ours going into this tournament, and our skill blocks that we've been doing have been improving each week. So it's definitely an element of Greg's game that he wants to bring in again, and it's something that is already started to kind of come together for us, and it's going to be a really exciting tournament, I think.
I know every professional says every game as it comes, but I don't want to hear that. So if we take out England, France, not take them out, but obviously hard games away, professional, semi-professional, but do you look and target the 3 games against Wales, Italy and Scotland, and then if you can get something from the other 2, it's a bonus, or how do you see it?
Well, I think any team playing at home, you're targeting those games because you want to be able to go out there on your home soil and put in a performance and get that win. So they're definitely 3 games that we're targeting. But I suppose travelling away to France and England, they're still games we want to be competitive. This is what we're trying to show, is that we're up there with the best. Yes, we may not be going to the next World Cup, but we're still a squad to be reckoned with, and we're not going to be backing down anytime soon.
And yourself, you've obviously recently, a wee while ago, moved to Exeter. How much are you enjoying the rugby over there? And I see quite a lot of the squad members do play the rugby in England, which is great for the game as well, because it's a higher standard.
Yeah, look, going to the Prem is definitely it's been a different experience for me. And I suppose when it was offered to me, I just kind of, for me personally, it felt like the right time just to go and experience something new. So that's kind of what my reasonings were for going. And look, I love the club, and the girls there are all really, really nice, and we're doing quite well this season. So it's been nice to kind of go over and experience that in England. So yeah, it's been good.
And yourself, I think you're in around just over 20 caps or so. What's your aims going forward? You know, obviously as a team you want to win, but you want to try and reach 30, 40, 50?
I try to take it just each season at a time, I suppose. But yeah, look, I'd like to get a starting spot and keep my starting spot then. So that's kind of like my goal each season. It's kind of just taking it each season at a time. But for me, it's just about getting out there and getting on the pitch.
And this Six Nations, I've sort of touched on before how important it is, but really, because there will be that extra pressure on, you probably want to win those home games, as you've said. It's so vital, especially if you are to get more and more crowds into the RDS.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure ticket sales are going really well already, so I think we're going to have the fans there to support us for those matches. So it's just about us then focusing on ourselves and making sure that we put on a good performance for them.
And finally, what do you see as success in the Six Nations?
I suppose every team is going to say they want to win it, but I think we finished in the top three, up towards the top of the table last year. So that's definitely something that we're aiming for again.
Let's hope we can finish in first or second. Thanks very much for your time.